With the launch of MIUI 12, it becomes imperative for us to check it out against Realme UI. And you know what, if you haven't checked out our full deep dive of Realme UI, you should check out the video that pops up in a card right about now. I'm Ashar from Mr. Phone, and let me warn you that this video is going to be a really long one because I've tried to cover all the bases out here. Okay, so let's get down to our comparison review of MIUI 12 against Realme UI, two forks of Android 10 that I believe are possibly going to be the most popular ones in 2020, at least as far as India is concerned. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. Also, we're building communities over at Telegram and Instagram, links to which should be in the description below. But before I start off, let me get some basics of the testing process out of the way. I installed MIUI 12 custom EU ROM on the Redmi K20 Pro, and Realme UI is running on the X50 Pro. Therefore, these operating systems are actually running on top of the line hardware. Since both these phones come with a gorgeous AMOLED display, you also get an always-on clock with extra tidbits of information such as day and date, battery percentage, and notifications. Now, MIUI 12 definitely has a more feature-rich always-on display that is evident from the fact that you can get a dedicated page inside settings just for a screen off display, which is what it is called on Realme UI, by the way. Plus, you get far more clock styles on MIUI 12. You can even add an image from the gallery, which is not possible on Realme UI. Also, I don't like the fact that the additional content such as date, battery, and notifications have individual toggles on the main page. On MIUI 12, it is tucked away neatly inside the clock option itself. The bunching is very nicely done. Both the phones also offer a Samsung-like edge lighting feature despite using flat panels. Essentially, you get fancy edge lighting options for incoming notifications when the screen is off. I mean, it feels a bit excessive in my opinion. Why would you want to simply drain your battery? How many ways do you want your phone to tell you that you have a new good morning message from your family group? I don't even use it on Samsung phones. You can try it if you wish, can't really pick a winner here. Overall, when it comes to always on screen, MIUI 12 has a deeper set of options and is fundamentally better than Realme UI. Moving on to the lock screens, once again, MIUI 12 has a couple of extra lock screen features that make it more attractive than Realme UI, and those are the customization options for the large clock and app shortcuts that you get when you swipe right. Now, by default, both the phones offer a magazine or wallpaper carousel of some sort. In India, Xiaomi and Realme tie up with content partners to push tidbits of information as well. I find it utterly pointless, so I switch it off. By the way, you can double tap or just raise the display to wake the screen on both the UIs. Additionally, inside the display settings, you get a dedicated dark mode on both the phones, but it is new and improved in MIUI 12. It is called Dark Mode 2.0, and it dims your wallpaper to maintain the mood and shoots up the contrast to make the font more legible to read. Very thoughtful. In fact, MIUI 12's brightness setting also gets a special sunlight mode and night mode. The color temperature wheel is more detailed too, and not just a slider like it is on Realme UI. Plus, you get a reading mode on MIUI 12, which is called Eye Protection mode on Realme's software. No conversation about a new software update is complete without talking about wallpapers, and by introducing super wallpapers, which are essentially a souped up version of live wallpapers, Xiaomi has absolutely nailed the visual upgrades on MIUI 12. I mean, who can top these super wallpapers? Just look at how cool this looks. Better luck next time, Realme. Taking a look at the home screen, I noticed that you can change the icon style, icon size, and grid size in both the UIs. Flexibility is the key here. In fact, you can even toggle the Google search bar at the bottom of the screen as well. Now, since I'm running MIUI 12 on the Redmi K20 Pro, there is the awesome Poco Launcher's app drawer, and it has a search bar at the bottom and the categories at the top. Essentially, now you can get an app drawer on both the softwares. The -1 screen on both the UIs come with a homegrown stack of information cards. It's called Smart Assistant on Realme UI and App Vault on Xiaomi. Interestingly, I found out while testing the European version of MIUI 12 that it gives you the option to use Google's Discovery feed. Xiaomi India, if you're watching this, please bring this option to the Indian ROM as well. Now, when you look at the fonts, MIUI 12's font style, kerning, and handling of white space looks slightly more appealing to me. but Realme UI is equally good looking, so I'm not picking a winner or anything. Inside the My Device page, I like how MIUI 12 stacks up important information in cards. Plus, if you look at other pages, for example, the one that displays storage information, clearly MIUI 12 looks far more visually appealing with its cylindrical structure indicating occupied and free space. You can see a similar page for battery and performance. Such visual flair is peppered throughout the system on MIUI 12. As far as animations are concerned, MIUI 12 is slower and heavy-handed compared to Realme UI. For example, when you minimize apps, both the UIs have the same organic folding animation where the app screen seamlessly shrinks into the icon. But you can clearly see that Realme UI is faster. Plus, the dithering animation when you remove apps from the home screen feels a little cartoonish in MIUI 12. I'm definitely a fan of minimalism, so when it comes to animations, I feel that Realme UI feels more appealing because it's faster and doesn't take up too much of your time either. We're finally going to talk about the controversial new upgrade to MIUI 12. I can't find one solid reason why Xiaomi had to directly rip off Control Center from Apple's iOS 13. I mean, even the name is the same, and the way you invoke it by swiping down from the top right, well, that's the same too. Anyway, you can indeed switch it off, but by default, this is what general consumers will see. So that argument just doesn't make sense to me. But I must admit that the large buttons for most used toggles are visually enticing and easy to use compared to Realme UI's plain Jane notifications shade. Also, functionally, MIUI 12 is slightly better too. For example, you can change the Bluetooth device or Wi-Fi network directly from the control panel. By the way, some might even say that Realme UI's notification shade looks similar to Samsung's One UI, and they won't be entirely wrong considering the stark white opaque pane does look somewhat identical. Anyway, between the Realme UI and MIUI 12, I think Xiaomi's interpretation of breaking down toggles and notifications as separate entities is more conducive for everyday usage. The iOS inspiration on MIUI 12 carries through in the gesture controls as well. Now, in this version of the UI, you now get a handlebar at the bottom that enables easy switching between open apps. Where have we seen this before? Again, this can be switched off, but then why would you? It is so damn useful. The rest of the gestures are same on the two UIs. Swipe from the left or right of the screen to go back, swipe up to minimize, swipe up and hold to open recents. Once again, despite the iOS hangover, MIUI 12 is obviously more convenient. Since Xiaomi is copying the good bits of iOS, I don't really want to complain. Apart from this, you get an assistive ball on both the UIs. Ball. Okay, you know what, juvenile jokes aside, Xiaomi's feels more feature-rich. You can invoke, select shortcuts and apps, and even stick it to an edge after a certain time of inactivity. Realme UI has an extra smart sidebar, but that feels a bit excessive and could have been bundled in with the ball itself like you get in MIUI 12. Because if you had the assistive ball and the smart sidebar on at the same time, you'd have two distractions on the screen. Apart from this, on MIUI 12, you have a smorgasbord of options to reassign the physical hardware buttons for shortcuts to perform tasks. It is super detailed. On Realme UI, I could only find the accessibility shortcut and one that would invoke the voice assistant by long pressing the power button. It is definitely not as detailed as MIUI 12. The designing chops of a user interface also extends to the first-party apps. The most noticeable improvement on MIUI 12 is with the camera app. Apart from the new coat of paint, you can now move around modes in the carousel as per your convenience. While the camera apps are strikingly similar on both the UIs, the layout is slightly more convenient on MIUI 12. The phone apps on both Realme UI and MIUI 12 are pretty identical, but the round call button on MIUI 12 looks more appealing than the pill-shaped one if you ask me. Also, the fonts are slightly too elongated on Realme UI. Anyway, I also like the fact that Xiaomi has a settings option at the bottom line itself. The backspace key comes up when you type the number, unlike in Realme UI where it is present at the bottom itself. Plus, when you move to contacts, Xiaomi has smartly moved the add contact option to the bottom, whereas Realme has it on the top. MIUI 12 wins here. Comparing the messaging apps, the Mi messaging app has a compose button at the bottom, which is handy. Plus, you get the Apple Messages style feature where you can send messages to other MIUI users without incurring charges. Although Realme UI has something similar similar to Microsoft's SMS Manager, where it has smart messaging cards, which bunches airline and courier information in a card view format. The calculator apps on both the phones are equally rich and powerful. Apart from a regular calculator, you get a scientific one too, plus you get the option to figure out exchange rates and convert measurements. The apps can also be used in picture-in-picture mode. Then there are a few apps such as Notes and Calendar that are available on MIUI 12 but not on Realme UI. Plus you get Mi Share on MIUI 12, which is similar to Apple's AirDrop, but Mi Share is a part of a consortium of Chinese Android companies that also includes Realme. Finally, I really love the excellent screen recorder and voice recording apps on MIUI 12 and Realme UI as well. You can change everything from the video resolution to using the microphone for recording your voice while you're recording the screen. However, MIUI 12 also gives you control over the frame rate, which is the FPS, which is definitely a big advantage. Overall, the first party app situation is more evolved on Xiaomi's MIUI 12 compared to Realme UI. With MIUI 12, Xiaomi has gone all out with the privacy protection, but very similar levels of privacy features are available on Realme UI as well. Let's break it down. Firstly, you have a private safe for your protected messages, photos and notes. Notes only in the case of Xiaomi. Both the UIs also offer you an option to stop individual permissions to apps. They can also send you notification in case an app is trying to ping your location, record audio or take photos. Furthermore, the UIs can also protect your sensitive phone calls and messages data from leaking by sending in empty information. The only other addition to MIUI 12 is that it goes one step further and gives you the option to see stats of how individual apps use your permissions. I also tried out the default browsers on both the phones, and with Realme's browser, you get an option for traceless browsing, which is great. In the wake of allegations against Xiaomi that your browsing data is being retrieved without your consent, it becomes all the more paramount that MIUI 12 ups the ante on the privacy features, and Xiaomi has delivered, at least at face value when you look at it. Although only long-term usage and how Indian ROM is tuned for privacy will tell us if our data is actually safe. I will do a full test at a later date for sure. For the final bit of the comparison, let's talk about the extra features that you get. You get a split screen option on both the UIs, but MIUI 12 goes one step further and gives you floating windows. This could be useful when you want to watch something on YouTube and use another app at the same time. MIUI 12 also has one extra feature called AI preloading of apps, and I have no way to test if that actually works or not. Realme UI has a few extras like smart driving and riding modes, which essentially helps you concentrate on your driving or riding when you're actually using the phone on a dock. Realme UI also has a 3-finger swipe for split screen or screenshots, and the dual audio mode, which I feel is a godsend. Essentially, you can actually connect a headphone to the headphone jack and use a Bluetooth headset at the same time. So two people can listen to audio from the same phone at the same time. The other common features include dual apps or clone apps, dedicated gaming modes, and light mode or simple mode. So both are equally loaded with extra features if you ask me. So after having compared the two, I am convinced that Xiaomi's MIUI 12 is actually a nice pristine upgrade to MIUI 11, and all the design visual upgrades plus of course the functional upgrades are all really good and work for me despite the iOS hangover that is absolutely evident out here. Now I'm specifically talking about MIUI 12 in its European form, which does not include ads. Therefore, I really hope when MIUI 12 hits the Indian units, I hope that there are fewer ads plus flexibility in the form of a -1 Google discovery page, but I'm pretty sure that that's not gonna happen, and I'm hoping for too much. That's just wishful thinking. Now when you're talking about Realme UI is actually a good upgrade, no doubt about it. It's not bad at all, and it is actually a good upgrade over ColorOS 6. So anybody who's been on ColorOS 6 on Realme UI would have actually appreciated the sort of visual upgrade and flair that you got with Realme UI. Having said that, it's no MIUI 12 or it's no stock Android either. It sort of fails to hit the right balance between the two. Now, what I mean to say is Realme UI is good, but it is not great. MIUI 12 is obviously great in comparison, but is MIUI 12 the best? No, I still don't think so. For me, the best would still be OxygenOS, which has the right balance of good features and yet looking very close to stock Android. Alright, so what do you guys think? Did you like the video? Do let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Ashar from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.